don't know if you like me, but I find finding the right desk chair a little bit of a pointless struggle. It's mainly stupid because chairs usually fall into one or two camps. Either they look like they were pulled directly from a race car, which I hate, or they're aggressively plain, dull, and kind of ergonomic squares with zero personality. So my back needed support of the second type, but my home office aesthetic here, which you can see, means I don't really want any of that gamer shite or gamer fluff. I'm also mostly sometimes in a chair for 10 plus hours a day, which I know now I say that out loud actually sounds pretty darn insane. So for me, it's really, really important that I have a good chair. And that's when the team at LiberNovo reached out to me. They were launching their new Omni dynamic ergonomic chair, and they wanted me to test it out, share some of my honest thoughts with you, the channel, and give you some insight into this product. Yes, I will admit this is a sponsored video, but the reason I took this partnership is simple. They have a chair that is full of mod cons, nice little gadgets and gizmos, which I love, plus my back is going to get a nice daily massage, which is something I was interested in. And the Omni chair that I'm sat on right now started out as a Kickstarter campaign, a campaign for a dynamic ergonomic chair that delivers the feel and performance of ultra premium options like the Herman Miller M-Body, but at much more approachable price points for you. I ain't about spending a fortune, and don't get me wrong, this thing isn't cheap, but it's still exponentially cheaper than some of the alternatives out there. It has a nice clean design, but it's fairly sophisticated, so I don't think it feels aggressively plain or dull. You can get it in midnight black or space grey, and it supports height and weight ranges from 5'2" to 6'3" and 150 to 160 kilograms for my American pals. That's around about 300 pounds, I think, if I've done that maths correctly. The Omni did arrive to me in one substantial box, and while it was heavy, it was manageable. The chair itself does weigh over 21 kilos or around about 48 pounds, so I think it's a nice sturdy option, which is a good thing for something that you might sit in for 24 hours a day, or for hours a day, that is, over a 24-hour period, because you know it's not going to fall apart, it's not going to break down, and it can withstand taking a beating. Take my word for it as well, it's a one screwdriver setup. Annoyingly, I forgot to film the setup because I was really excited to get it started and didn't think to do so. The Omni, though, has two key functions. The first is what they're calling the Bionic Flex Fit backrest. So LiberNovo built this with 8 separate spinal columns, which what that means in practice is that the backrest will move with you as you move and adjust in your seat. So it'll adjust, as I say, to the movement of your spine, and it shifts as you lean forward and lean back. And it creates a customized support rather than a cheap frame with no real flex, which I think is really important and something I've started to take more importantly as I've reached my 30s. I hate having to do that scooch forward. You know the thing I mean, when you sat on a chair to get comfy. I haven't actually needed to do that at all with the Omni. As you can see, there is a proper way to sit in the chair as well. LiberNovo definitely has a guide that you can see on screen right now. And I actually quite like this, as once you nail it, it's easy to repeat. When I'm gaming, I actually feel super secure, and when I'm working, I also feel secure as well, because obviously there's options with this seating piece of technology. Is it technology? Yeah, it's technology. The feature that truly sold me on this partnership with the channel, though, is called the OmniStretch spinal massage function. This is a dedicated battery-operated feature designed to give your lumbar spine, or that section of your spine, a 5-minute stretch while you're fully reclined. And obviously the recline feature was something I was interested in as well. I've bought chair add-ons in the past, had chairs with simple vibration features, you know, the kind that you can buy on Amazon. And to be quite honest with you, they're a flat-out gimmick. This already smokes those as I expected it to. So the Omni uses an electric-powered bar at the back that sounds cool, looks cool, and it pushes and performs gradual reciprocating motions on your lower back. The first time I used it, I was actually shocked because it felt like I was doing a bit of a breathing exercise, but that breathing exercise was applied directly to that lower portion of my back. And even after standing at my sit-stand desk for 4 to 5 hours during a workday, the biggest compliment I can pay is that I actually enjoy returning to my office and to the Omni chair at the end of a long day to get some rounds in and arc raiders. Plus, I can play other games and get a quick spinal decompression session in. It's a really good way to stretch, but I would say it's not a full-on replacement for an extensive stretching session that you may have in the gym, and I do recommend that people should start doing that as you get older. There are 4 recline modes here to take advantage of, and the little toggle that you find under your right hand is really easy to understand, as it corresponds with each angle, so you're not fumbling around and trying to work out what it means. So you have 105 degrees, which is effectively fully upright, and that's a traditional spot. 105 degrees, which is a little bit more comfortable for general things. 120 degrees if you want to focus or lean forward to focus. but also still want a little bit more. I use this for video calls because it's nice for me as I can kind of fake attention, but also be a bit more comfortable. And then there's 135 degrees if you want a bit more of a relaxed session, editing, playing games, whatever it is. And then there's the 160-degree, almost flat lay back for that massage action. I don't think I've sugarcoated it at any point, but this is a premium chair, and it's probably the most premium I've ever owned or used. And when I'm playing things like single player games on Steam, I like to recline. I like to put my feet up on the footstool, which comes with this, which is another bonus. Basically to the point where I'm ready to have a little nap, which again, I think you've not really lived until you've played Red Redemption 2 or another single player game like that at 160-degree recline with a little bit of a back massage thrown in. I do also love the neck support section. It's the perfect headrest for me. It's so soft and squidgy, like a little memory foam pillow that you have as well. And if you sat normally, I think the headrest is, it also has a cool feature of its own. LiberNovo calls this dynamic screen alignment. I didn't know what this meant ahead of time, but this just lets the headrest naturally tilt so that you can kind of keep your eyes on a visual plane rather than tilting your neck like you would normally. The armrests as well, they can also slide back to fit comfortably under your desk or fit against the sides of this. It's a super clean setup. I really do like the way they've thought about these little intricacies that you would use in a home office or even a professional office for that environment. As for the lumbar support, this is controlled via 3 buttons under the left armrest. I really like this as it means I'm not fumbling around. That's one of the things I think with chairs, that you have too many switches and controls and they're hard to find and hard to understand. But I'd love to see more chairs add buttons like this. You load in a battery pack which comes with this. It's almost like a weapon of sorts. The slotting mechanism is so smooth. Kind of addicted to fiddling with this, plus it does offer you a 3 to 4 hours of battery life for those various features I mentioned, but it will last 30 days in between charges if you're worried about that. It's something I fidget with, but yeah, it is a really cool function. I really like this. I have to say, this is not a cheap, flimsy chair. It's a sturdy, durable piece of, I'm calling it technology, and I've tried gaming chairs over the years, and this is just light years ahead. I think using memory foam is great because, as I say, it molds to your body a little bit more while making it just that bit more comfortable, especially if you sat on it for a long period of time. There are 45 centimeter and 48 centimeter versions, which actually relates to the seat depth. So how far you can sit back before you actually bend your knee. If you're tall, I would say get the 48 centimeter version. If you're a little bit shorter, get the 45 centimeter. On that model, the headrest is a little bit shorter too to accommodate for smaller people, which I think is really nice that they've thought about that and not tried to make a one-size-fits-all solution. No, I will say the LiberNovo Omni office chair is not a cheap accessory, but damn, I think for the price you pay, you get a heck of a lot of chair for your money. As for the pros, for me, I love the security of the seating experience, if that makes sense. The armrests don't feel like an afterthought either, and I'm not usually a headrest person, but that's also really nice, especially for gaming, as it means I can kind of properly relax and kind of shut off. As for the cons, this is a premium product after all, so it's not for everyone, and the price reflects that. It is a little bit heavy, so that might be a problem for some people, but it does roll around my floor really easily. Another one, a little bit out of the box, is that I can't actually stop fidgeting with the battery pack, as I noted a little bit ago, and I keep plugging it in and out, like kind of reloading a gun. Not that I've ever seen or used one, but I kind of need to stop that for my own sake. I can't imagine the team behind this thought would be a problem. So yeah, I'm not classing that as a problem. It's just something I need to fix out or work out, if that makes sense. I'm really pleased that Omni actually reached out to try this out for myself. My back is also really happy as well. I would say head to the link down in the description for your discount code as well. I highly recommend this one, which isn't often the case with a lot of products that get pitched. So check it out if you're interested. And hopefully this has given you an insight into a product that, yeah, I don't think many people have talked about. It is an interesting one nonetheless. And it's not something that's in my regular wheelhouse, but it does relate to me gaming here on the channel. So cheers, and I'll speak to you in the next one.